possess. So we'll be working with this theme this week as well as into next week. So my invitation for you is to just see what shows up as we move through it, see what gets called in for you, and just be aware of that over the next couple of weeks. We're still in this brilliant, beautiful energy of a lot of transition, a lot of things kind of getting interrupted in the field, if you will, but also some synchronicity between that Venus and Mars conjunction. So the astrology is, there's a lot of momentum. It's seed planting time cyclically on the planet. And my hope and intention for you is that we get some good, powerful seeds of love planted, not only in our own hearts, but in the world around us. So today's theme is taking a stand. If you saw the poem, it is all about taking a stand. And a little note on those poems, there's something that have always downloaded for me since I started doing the Goddess, the Feminine Influencers podcast, is when that started to show up. And it really became a voice of really the Divine Mother, is what I came to understand it as. And in this week's poems, it's feeling very strongly guided by the Magdalene. And so while I'm not speaking into her, the poem that we were working with today in our meditation very much derives from her vibrational field, her energies, and her belief that, and what's written in some of her manuscripts, is that all of the wisdom we possess is completely irrelevant without the presence of love. And so that is today's theme, is how we can use the tools that we have and really allow love to be that piece that gets woven in, that we get to thread into our creation. And then also what we're taking a stand for, right? Like what it is in your heart. So hopefully we're going to unearth some new nuggets in there, and you may be super present to it, you may not, but like just laying this into the foundation of what we are up to. So with that, my invitation is for you to take a nice deep breath in, rising high in your chest, really allowing yourself, if you've been slouching, whether you're laying down or sitting, that spine to just begin to elevate. And then lifting the chin on the next breath in and allowing the forehead to rise up as though it's connecting to the sky, and just feeling that lengthening. And if you're laying down, just wiggling the shoulders up. Actually, for all of us, we can just wiggle the shoulders up and really feeling into that space in between each of our bones within the spine, allowing that energy to begin to lift and to rise as we raise our hearts to the powers of creation, to your golden light, to the sun as you imagine it pouring in, to your angels, to your guides, to that path that was written in the stars in your soul's contract long before your heart began to beat in its current body. Feeling yourself connecting to this guidance, to this wisdom, to this opportunity to see and feel the path that your heart is seeking to follow. And so licking your lips and really relaxing the jaw, wiggling it back and forth, allowing the tension to just roll out of it as we imagine that golden light pouring in. And on the next breath in, just imagining it as it connects with our forehead, feeling all of the energy whiting out, blinding out, if you will, and really allowing the power of that third eye to receive, to work its magic, to activate the lateral cortex of your brain, the sides of your brain. Actually, we're going to do an exercise as we do this connection. I'm going to invite everyone to place their hands at the sides, and then as though you're sweeping the water out of your hair or off of your head. So from the side of your face, and then sweeping like you're pulling all of the water off of your head, and then shaking your hands out, really allowing your hands to connect with the side of your head just above the ears, and then down the back of the head and the neck. And let's do it one more time. Nice deep breath in, raising up in the spine, shaking the hands out, and feeling and connecting to that sunshine, imagining it now as we've just cleared and calmed not only the lateral cortex of the brain, where we work our intuition, where we're sensing and utilizing it, but also our triple warmer meridian, where we turn on and off the stress mechanism in the body. And so as you calm your body now into that golden light, noticing the difference in your body, the sensations, how much more quickly you're falling into that state of relaxation. And like a pitcher of golden liquid, I invite you to imagine having that pour in and down the spine and filling in those spaces, not just like water running down the spine, but actually filling in the darkness, the connectivity between each of the columns, each of the bones within the spine. And as you imagine each one filling in, imagining relaxation and that pouring out, not only from the nerves that run through the spinal column, but also into the muscles that hold the spine. Just feeling that body, allowing your mind to really connect deeply to the energy within your body, within your system, as we guide this light through. And if there's anywhere on your body, as we work our way down the spine with this golden light, there's anywhere that you can't picture or you can't sense, just allow that liquid golden light to pour in and imagine it being plugged back in. When we can't imagine a part of our system or our body, it's because it's disconnected. So just envision it being plugged back in as you work your way down. We're being very slow and deliberate today, honoring the temple that is our body, feeling its strength, but also bringing it the nourishment and the love it needs. For today's meditation, we are taking a stand, and the body is the vehicle and the mechanism through which we actually get to wield this power of creation. So let's prepare ourselves, and as we move further down, feeling the rib cage and its connection to the body, its protection over the lungs and the heart, feeling that golden light filling in between each of the ribs, imagining it pouring in and becoming your breastbone, as though you're wearing a golden plate of armor that is your breastbone. Again, this ability to take a stand in the third dimension in our daily reality, as we allow the body to become this temple with roots planted firmly deep into the earth. We allow ourselves to move through this slowly, becoming present to the moment and present to the body and the mechanism that guides us through this power. And as we make our way all the way into the earth, imagining that tail dropping in, imagining that tailbone becoming an extension.
Okay, read this to me one more time and we're out of here. Oh,
Breathing in and out. And following Julie, reading it all one more time. Breathing in and out. Feeling that connection all the way down and in. All the way down and in. Following it into the earth. Following your feet into the earth. As we shift our focus into the second part of our light link, and now envisioning that earth beneath our feet, continuing to drop our focus to the center of the earth towards that crystal quartz, imagining those pillars of light that you have forged time and time again in each of these meditations. Breathing in and out. Imagining those pillars of light reaching down towards that crystal quartz. And as though we are dropping in an elevator all the way down into the depths, to find and to discover that moment of quiet and that moment of peace, slowly making the descent further and further down, and knowing that as we do, Spirit is with us. This golden light is with us. And it's as though our spine simply has an extension down the depths into that crystal quartz until you imagine those doors of the elevator opening, and before you, it opens into this incredible room with luminescent light and biofluorescence glowing all around you in the most exquisite crystal quartz, full of wisdom and light and good and memories, or Akash. And so today, for our light link, fully feeling into those pillars that rise up as though we are in the depths or of the first floor. Or for those of you that see the divine feminine in the opposite way, at the top floor, inside out and upside down. However your soul orients to this energy, however your mind interprets it, knowing that as we step out into the brilliance of this room and this light, that there is this incredible structure around us, not just in and of the cave, but that resembles our trajectory, our journey, all of the times we have forged this path and been the creators and sourced from this brilliant, brilliant field of light and love. And so as you imagine yourself in this cave, in the center of the earth, this brilliant room, almost like a gallery, it's as though you can walk through and around. You can feel your body slowing down, taking in the rhythm, taking in the frequency. For this is within the earth realm. There are roots that we each have planted here, roots that reach towards the center of the nourishment, where we come for inspiration. So I invite you now, as we begin our journey through our heart, to call forward your heart space. And as though you're reaching out your hand to connect with that quartz at the center of the earth, it's as though you're also reaching out with your heart, feeling your heart opening, feeling your heart taking in that crystal quartz, feeling one igniting the other. And as you imagine your heart opening, it's as though a portal within that quartz opens as well. A portal through space and time, as though you could seemingly step through this wall of light and follow its path deep into the heartbeats of the mother, deep into the time and the essence of creation, And so it was in the time of creation when all things were good and there was darkness, and then there became light. Feeling this darkness and then looking for that light, allowing your heart to become that flame that burns, that candle, that torch. And as we journey down this path in through the quartz and into the darkness, feeling this torch in each of our hands, feeling ourselves spiraling in and through space and time, going deeper and deeper. And as we do, it's as though we can imagine different threads of light streaming, emerging around us. Taking a breath in and going deeper and deeper, feeling this torch of our heart guiding us as these columns of light begin to appear. These columns of light, noticing their colors. Maybe some are red, some purple, some green, some yellow. It's as though we're in a forest of trees, and yet these trees are just pillars of light in all of their multidimensional coloring. So just slowly feeling this as you move for my intuitive feelers. It's as though we're moving through a forest slowly, imagining these pillars of light rising up around us. And for my visuals, seeing and sensing these pillars of light and how these pillars of light are rooted in the cosmos. Streams of energy like starlight traveling on rivers of space and time from the beginning of creation. And as we come to the center, to the clearing in the middle of all of these pillars of light, it's as though they take shape and form around us, creating a perfect circle for us to stand in the midst of. And we can feel these roots of this light reaching towards the depths of the cosmos. We could follow their trajectory, and we can stand here in the center of the earth, deep within her magic and within viewing her roots of creation. And as we stand in the center, we begin to envision the swirling that is our planet, mimicking and following that journey of creation from the stars, our star, the sun that spins and swirls to manifest life, to manifest the light and the energy that nourishes our planet, that causes us to spin, and in turn spins these webs, spins the web of life, taking each of these columns and making them manifest into form. And so as you imagine your body in the space of the center of the earth, of this creation, inviting your body to show you, where is this light? Where do these pillars exist? And immediately you may be shown or feel or sense your DNA. Each column and strand of DNA, like these pillars of light at the center of the earth, taking on that rainbow hue. Each of the colors, reds, burgundies, orange, yellow, green, indigos, brilliant blues, aquamarines, purples, amethyst. And so it is that we begin to follow the ascent up as though we're climbing to the tops of the trees, climbing up through the layers of our planet, finding ourselves beginning to emerge on the surface, taking a stand for this light. For within the frequency of this light is embedded the codes of love. And so it is that as you possess this visual of light and of these codes within your mind, and whatever the sensations and feelings have been in your body and your heart, you now get to call in a visual of sitting in the midst of the forest, in a glade, in nature, feeling her as she writes the story of this light all around you, feeling the colors of the greens coming through in the grass, feeling the brilliance of the blue sky above, the yellows of the sun reflected in the wings of the butterfly and little flowers around you, and the gems of purple and red, all in the flowers rising up, and the strength of the trees at the edge of the glade, having taken that stand and been that connection deep into the depths of the earth. And before you, you envision a tablet or paper. And it's as though you can write with your hand or your fingertips. And as you envision painting on this paper, whether you write, choose words, or choose to paint, nothing but color streams out across this blank canvas. I invite you to envision one word appearing on your canvas, appearing on your tablet. One word. What is the word that manifests? Feeling it in your heart. If you're not visual, feeling or sensing or hearing the word rising up from your belly. Feeling your hips, your sitting bone, your legs, all connected to these pillars of light rising up through you as this word emerges on this tablet. The word, allowing it to be captured in your heart. And this word, allowing your body as it has, and because it's presenting itself now, been what you have taken a stand for in this lifetime, and what you will continue to take a stand for. Allowing this word, whatever it may be, love, peace, harmony, compassion, joy, laughter, or maybe it's a word that you're choosing to know more in depth. Just allowing yourself to feel in your heart how this word and your pursuit of it has guided you. And if it feels something unknown, or that you could go deeper, my invitation to you is to envision taking this tablet, taking this word, and creating space in the earth within this field and planting it into the earth, allowing it to take root, for those roots to grow and reach down to those pillars of light, to source, and imagining it springing forth from the earth, 1 inch, 2 inch, until it begins to blossom and bloom in your heart. Feeling its roots rising through your feet And this word taking hold in your heart as you take a stand for this light and for this love. As you learn to wield the tools of wisdom and intention and action and fortitude, knowing that without the absence of this word and with the absence of love, all of it is seemingly useless. There is no point, there is no purpose. So imagining yourself watering this plant with love and feeling the love of the sun as it pours down in liquid gold in the same way we imagined it pouring down and through our spine, nurturing our bodies, so too pouring in and nurturing this word of creation. And trusting that as it is anchored in your core vibrational field, in the heart of your body, that it will become truth. It will become real and manifest in the earth reality. For you took a stand, you called it in. You have the power to create. And so as we call forward love, we can begin to realize that without that golden light and the nourishment of love around us, that we would have nothing to empower these desires and our passions to grow and to blossom and to bloom into more. And so I invite you in the next moment to breathe in deeply, to allow yourself to go deep or in to your heart and to receive love, to just receive this vibration and this energy. Allow it to come in more potently than your mind could even imagine. Allowing your body and every single cell that represents through the DNA, those pillars of light, to receive and open their pores, to take in more love. Allowing yourself to take in this wave as it comes crashing into your heart and ripples out to the furthest reaches of who and what you are. And feeling spirit, feeling the universe and its love for creation, holding you, taking you deeper, guiding you. You are love, you are joy, you are peace, you are calm. You are creation. You are manifest. And in the same way you have chosen this word to take a stand for, so too have I taken a stand for you. So too have the angels taken a stand for you. Feel that love that we bring forward now. And allow yourself to rise up in your body and in your spine and stand firm and tall, knowing that you are supported, knowing that you are loved, knowing that you are part of a dream and a vision that is being made manifest. So I invite you to allow a moment of silence, to allow for spirit to whisper in and through, to hear this voice whispering through your heart, the sound of the wind, the birds, the trees. And taking a nice deep breath in, giving yourself a pat on the back for slowing down enough to receive all of this beautiful love and magic and attunement and wisdom. For as you carry this forward, so too will you become that servant of peace, that servant of love. Feeling the joy rising in your heart as you trust deeper and deeper. Giving yourself a nice hug and honoring this time that you've created for yourself. Honoring spirit, allowing that sense of gratitude to wash over and through you, heightening the love in our connection. And from me in my heart, as I send this gratitude out to each of you for making this dream and what I've chosen to take a stand for possible. Breathing in and out, slowly making your way back into the room, back into the moment, giving thanks to each other. May your hearts be open. May you take a stand powerfully and receive the light and the love of the Mother, Ashi.